Tonight we are playing King of Toyko Duel, which is a two-player version of the Richard Garfield sort of battle Yahtzee game. Rather than jumping in the middle of Tokyo and rolling dice, we've got a board where we've got the tug of war happening with different tracks, as well as some of the classic elements of the dice, where you are smashing your opponent with the claw, healing your health, gaining energy, which is going to get you cards, but we're also got the tug of war on a couple of different tracks, as I mentioned. Joining me tonight is Gavin. Gavin, thanks for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we know each other from a number of different sort of board game groups, from like sort of Ringwood Social Gamers, Board Game Barbecue, other events as well at PAX. One of the things I've noticed about you is you've taken games, especially something like Pitch Car, and then you've sort of made it your own with 3D printing. As I kick us off, can you tell me about how you started doing that and why?
So with Pitch Car, I had bought a 3D printer off Facebook Marketplace just for cheap, and I had a set of Pitch Car, and I was thinking, wouldn't it be interesting if I had some different obstacles? So there was like make a narrow point, or make a hill, or make a banked corner. And so gradually I just kept designing and making ideas in my head. And it's like, it would be cool if I could make a jump that's slightly longer than the jump that's in the game, or make a banked corner that you have to sort of like a skateboard ramp, go around to go through the corner.
So I rolled the dice. I've got a couple of things that are useless to me. You need 3 of the dice for the tracks.
Yep.
So those are useless. I'm already at max health. But what I will do is I will deal you 1 damage, knocking you down to 12, and gain 1 energy.
Oh.
So I'll deal you 1.
Yep.
I'm not buying anything, so I'll get an energy here. And then I'm going to pass to you.
Nice.
So you're saying you're designing new features. We're spoiling alert a little bit. Does your day job help you with the designing of things? Or is that something you've always been interested in?
Well, in my day job, I'm an engineer, but it's more just the mindset of having a problem in front of you and just finding a solution, whatever it may be. So the problem for me, well, not really a problem, it's just I wanted more. And so 3D printing is just like a tool that you can use to give yourself a bit more. You can come up with your own designs, or you can go online and you can see what other people have created. And when you go online, people have created pieces, and you can take those pieces and you can modify it slightly. So when I made a new piece for Pitch Car, I actually used the connection points that someone else had designed. And so I got that on my program, and I go, here's the piece. Maybe I just add a hill to it, or add a jump to it. So it's basically someone else's pieces, and you just add a little bit to it, and then you put it online. Someone might take what you put online and make something else out of it as well.
Because it's interesting, because when you think of board game like design, there is an element of everyone is sort of building off each other's design. The track system here might be similar to another game, or what have you. Obviously, it's the original game. And it's interesting when you talk about 3D design that you are building off other people's designs and remixing and going from there. Okay, let's have a look at one more roll.
One more only. Oh no, I'm risking it a bit. That works.
Yep.
And that one's not fine, but I get one of these, which gives me this token.
So your special power, which each different monster has, yours is to get a token which you can exchange for an extra dice for 1 round. Mine is to get more energy, but you've also started moving the track. So 3 dice lets you move once, and the 4th dice lets you move twice.
Yep. I'm pulling it towards me. Right?
Yeah. So if you get both of them in this section here, you're going to win. If you get one of them all the way at the end, you're going to win. And if your opponent goes to 0 health, you win.
Nice.
And then you also, done that. Excellent.
There we go.
So you've been designing extra stuff for Pitch Car. Then I saw at the last Are You OK to Play days with like the Ringwood Social Gamers, you've changed that up a little bit as well. What did you do that was new?
So I made a little bit of a mini golf course using Pitch Car. So I had a little bit of a start piece with a start line, and an end piece where you've got a hole where you put the disc into the hole, just like mini golf. And everyone knows the rules for mini golf. You basically go one at a time, you do it all, and then you get to the hole, and then you record how many licks or hits it took you to get there.
So you were saying that you obviously did the mini golf element of it, which meant that it wasn't just, okay, we're going to have a race, everyone has to stop playing, you can do it at your own time. But also, I guess, the element, because there's a couple times I've seen how you've set up pitch car, and it's, when I think of pitch car, I think, oh yeah, you know, it's a track and it goes round, and you had, it'll be like 5 or 6 tables long, it would huge and would curve around.
Ah, yes.
So obviously, at a certain point, it got a bit too much in terms of like, how is someone going to then hit it from here? So was designing the mini golf element of it a case of going, well, that means I can have separate tables for different holes, and I can try different sort of designs for different holes?
Yes, so I was progressively just adding more pieces that I've designed, more pieces that other people design, and just having fun making new things each time I played it. So a new obstacle, or make things more tracks, just to have bigger tracks. And then I realized I have too much. I had put myself in a position where if I wanted to use it all, I would be scratching my head, trying to figure out how to fit all of this on the table. It wouldn't even actually fit on most tables. So sometimes I had the long tracks in between 2 tables that people have done in other conventions, and it was just getting convoluted, and making it all fit together, making it so people could actually position themselves around the table to get to the track that I'd built, it was getting troublesome. So then I was like, oh, what to do? And so I thought, oh, maybe I could break up the track in pieces. And so I made, the first thing I did was make these on and off ramps, so you could just put sections of track, and you could go flick on the table and get back onto another section of track. That was a good idea. That wasn't the first idea, and then I'm like, why don't we just keep these sections separate? And then it hit me, why don't we, just like mini golf. Mini golf is a whole series of tracks, but they're all separate. You take a break in between each one, and you reset, and you go to the next hole. And so I basically, there are games where people had mini golf games on the tabletop before. They're using little balls. I think pitch black was one. So I decided to turn pitch car into that. And so it only took making a start piece and an end piece, and then voila, you've got a different game.
So do you think that sort of comes from, do you think there's a bit of an engineering mindset there to like, there's a potential problem, do I need to find a solution, and how do I work that out?
It comes from just the general problem solving, which engineering uses. Other jobs use it as well. Other hobbies will use it. And when you have a 3D printer, it's just like having a hammer. Every solution is a nail.
Just print more stuff.
Yes, print more stuff. So it's because I have bought games with the sole purpose of printing something for it that I saw online.
Yep.
Because someone's done a beautiful piece or a nice insert, or just you want it for yourself, you want to make it. Yes.
Okay, so Gavin, look, I think with this, I mean, it's not a TARDIS, but I kind of see it as exploding TARDIS. I think it is rapidly heading towards your side.
Oh,
and I do have some bonus cards, and I'm not into the segment because you're about to win here. I'm worried about it. Definitely not the reason why we're ending the segment now. But thank you for sort of telling us about how you've done some 3D printing, not only just for pitch car and then adding the pitch putt version to it, but also just your sort of approach in general, which I find really interesting. Thanks for coming down and having a chat, and thanks for playing King of Toyko Duel.
Oh, it was enjoyable. Thank you for having me.
All right.